Aquarius, welcome to ADH Divinity. This is Megan. Thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So when I was sitting on your cards, Aquarius, I heard resist temptation. So there may be possible choices coming up in the near future. Resist temptation, like I said, there may be, when it comes to choices, it may be what's best for yourself as opposed to what you want to do. And just doing that, taking that inventory of what it is that you want to do for yourself as opposed to what it is you need for yourself, and just knowing the difference there. Resist temptation, yeah. Also to food, just like really basic. Resist temptation to food that makes you feel bad, that makes you feel sick. Just have that mind-body connection too. And resist temptation to alcohol. That's instead of food, that's what I'm picking up, alcohol. And then when I was shuffling the cards, my pre-shuffle, the 3 of Cups came out in reverse. So like that's the first thing when I see the 3 of Cups in reverse and then I hear resist temptation, I definitely think of alcohol, like partying, something like that. Just resist that temptation to do so, regardless of if you want to do it. Is it something that's best for yourself in this moment of time? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. All right, Aquarius, if we're connected with somebody, what is the overall energy surrounding this connection? What is the overall energy surrounding this connection for Aquarius? Thank you. 5 of Swords. How does Aquarius feel? How is Aquarius feeling? They be following. Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Sun. How does the person they're connecting with feel about this connection? What's going on? What's the overall obstacle? Thank you. Hanged Man. Best approach here. Best approach for Aquarius. 4 of Pentacles. And we'll leave. Where's the potential outcome here? Oop. Oop. Okay. So for the overall energy of this connection, I do feel like this is very conflicting energy. You might not be on the same page, and like I said, when I keep hearing resist temptation, it may be in terms of resisting coming back to somebody who may have said something to you that you didn't really feel was correct in your perception. Based on your perspective is what I mean. Wanting to correct that, because with this Queen of Cups here in the reverse, I'm getting that you're a little too involved in whatever this person's thinking, and trying to control, how they feel about you and how you show up. So I am getting like this is how you are feeling in this reverse Queen of Cups energy, kind of in your head a little bit about it. You're taking in biting off way more than you could chew in a sense of this connection, and you're putting up this front that everything's fine and you're happy, when in reality, this is kind of eating you up inside. This person is very impatient over this connection. They may have said some things to you that, like I said, you didn't necessarily agree with, and you're kind of brooding over that and in that type of energy, but you're putting up this facade of the Sun. You may have a lot of energy. Like I said, you're putting up this front in a sense of like, no, I'm fine. I can go to work. I can do all this. I'm happy. I'm smiling. You smile at work, and all this type of stuff. But over here, you're in this Queen of Cups energy, but on the negative side of it. Yeah, this person that you are dealing with is not being very patient with you, and I feel like because of this whole facade that there is happening and the lack of connection that you are having with your emotions, especially expressing your emotions. I definitely don't feel like the sun is, yeah, like I said, I feel like you're putting up this facade of this type of sun energy, a lot of vitality, a lot of energy. You're really happy, kind of overboard with it, is what I'm feeling. And you're not really taking advantage of, this time for growth in order to come out of this wallowing type of self-pity type of vibe, because you're only in that energy when you're by yourself, and then it just broods over and it turns into something bigger than what it originally would have been if you would have been like, hey, you know what, that wasn't cool, I don't appreciate that, this is my boundary, and something like that, because this is only causing you to be deeper and deeper into a negative. So with the obstacle here, we have the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man in reverse. So this is causing you to be stuck. This person that you've been dealing with, like I said, is very impatient. They've been in and out, in and out, in and out of your life, because, like I said, you can tell when people aren't being real with you in a sense of how they're feeling. So if I'm like, hey, you seem down, like, what's going on? And then you turn it into, oh, no, I'm fine. Like, what do you mean I'm down? I'm all happy now. But then when you go by yourself, it's really obvious to tell that you're not chilling. That's why I feel like this person may be a little frustrated with this overall connection, because they are impatient, but I'm also feeling like they're not really balancing this energy out and pouring into you as much as you are to them. And that's what's causing, conflict here, and kind of like it's just like scatterbrain. Like, this is all scatterbrain energy, and it's causing you to be stuck, and you're not even seeking answers right now. It's kind of like, I'm just gonna, if I look away, maybe it'll go away, right? And that's not gonna happen here. Okay, I just want to pull another one for this Temperance. Why is this Temperance here? Why is this Temperance here for how this person is feeling? Thank you. Nine of Cups. Yeah, this person is very, this person is kind of like a rock in a sense. They're very stable, but I am feeling like and also in another sense that they're kind of, as much as you are in and out within yourself, they're kind of, what is the word? Stagnant. And that's why they're getting frustrated, because it seems like they're looking to you to pull up like all this new energy, when realistically it's a two-way street here. I'm feeling like they're stagnant, but they're also very stable when it comes to their emotions and how they lash out. I mean, if they lash out, it kind of takes a long time for that to happen here. But yeah, with that, it doesn't matter, because like I said, if they're holding it back and holding it back and holding it back, and then they decide to just come in and out of your life, it's only going to cause, friction, and it's only going to cause you guys to just be super confused. And it's important that you get your ducks in a row first. With this best approach here, Four of Pentacles, it's important that you get your ducks in a row first and find that stability within yourself, because this person is just going to throw you for a loop. Regardless, though, there's something to learn here, and this is pulling you out of this, facade, and putting you out there and showing him or her, doesn't matter, hey, what the heck is going on? I have boundaries, I'm setting those. It doesn't necessarily matter how emotional you think you are. Like I said, you have to find that balance within yourself and be possessive of your boundaries. You have a right to those, and use them to the best of your ability. So that way this, connection can progress in a kind of positive way, because regardless if you are with this person or not, if you want to be with this person, you need to pull yourself out of this situation in order to learn to grow stronger emotionally and expressing yourself emotionally. You can't just run away whenever shit gets hard, especially if you're not literally running away, but when you're by yourself, you're kind of just like brooding and brooding. You don't want to talk to anybody about it. And also talking yourself out of your emotions. There's nothing, just let the waterfall flow. Just let it fall. It's okay. So you can get into this sun energy. Those are very conflicting, so I was like, but that's what I'm feeling from it. And with the potential outcome here, this may progress after, you know, you're set your boundaries, you do what you need to do for yourself, you get your ducks in a row so that way you have space available. You can't have space available if you're still brooding and still upset over something that happened 2 months ago that you don't want to tell anybody about. This is all love, because I feel you. But I'm saying pulling yourself out of this may cause this connection to progress forward. This person may come to you very boldly and, you know, strongly, and it's kind of gonna get you like in a place of, yeah, no, I'm so down for this, you're amazing, just like their overall energy. But I am feeling like is a possibility, but when it comes to this overall connection, you know, this is gonna progress forward very quickly, and someone's gonna take the lead here in order for this to progress forward. Although, like I said, make sure you have your ducks in a row first, because this 10 of Wands here is telling me that you're going to bite off a lot more than you can chew, like in the past. So be aware of these patterns so you don't have a million different things running through your head, so that way you can progress forward. Because you might decide to lead when it comes to this connection, and then you're going to be like, shit, this is kind of a lot for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to take a step back. Like I said, get your stuff straight, get yourself in a stable position in order to move forward. Why is this 4 of Pentacles here? I want one more for that. Why is this 4 of Pentacles here? Pentacles, one more. Why is 9 of Pentacles here with this approach? Yeah. Moving into your power as you get those duckies in a row and you are able to stay. He's like on all fours. Like, be possessive of yourself, like I said, and those boundaries that you're setting when it comes to this connection, when it comes to not even just this connection, but with everything. This Queen of Wands here is like, that's what's going to put you into your power. You see how stable she is? You see how comfortable she is there, sitting in that throne? Into that confidence, into that power of where you feel like there's a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands here. You will have the strength to take the lead. If this person decides to take the lead and come towards you, or vice versa, there's two very strong people here, and these people can make this happen, but not with all these burdens that are still being held within you. It doesn't matter, you know, because that does eventually fade away, especially when you are in a place of where you're like kind of first moving into yourself and really getting that comfort within yourself and that stability. I'm feeling like a tree. I have stability like a tree where you can sit there and you can be the hangman in the upright. Yeah, because what you're doing here obviously isn't working, and we know this. It's a matter of being real with yourself and moving into this Queen of Wands, holding yourself accountable. That's in order to be confident, right? If you have the confidence to hold yourself accountable and tell yourself, hey, you know what? This isn't going to change unless I change it. That's what's going to get you into this Queen of Wands energy mixing with this King of Wands. But like I said, there definitely needs to be burdens that are dropped here. Yeah, in order for this forward movement to happen, because with all of these, you don't have any room, so you can't move forward if there's a lot of negative being held within. And when these two people come together, very strong, very charismatic, you know, that's a very strong connection here. But like I said, with this 10 of Wands, I'm also feeling like when you guys get together, it's very strong. A lot of people do attract to you, and it's important to make sure you're not just inviting everyone in when it comes to what you guys go do or whatnot. Don't invite everybody that you know and stuff like that, because it will affect you and it will affect this connection, because you're learning from each other. You're not learning from the circle you can create, which you can, but right now there's not a lot of room for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get you a few messages. Whoa. Any messages for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? Build. What did I say with this 4 of Pentacles here? Get that stability. Stability. All right, I'll get one more. Messages for Aquarius. Humility. Dandelion. One more for this humility. One more, please. Expand on this humility. No? Expand on this humility. Clarity. Okay. Yeah. So have humility in order to receive the clarity. If you have this front and you're not humble and humbled by, you know, your own energy, you will not receive that clarity. Everything will be one big jumble because you can eventually fake yourself out of who you are if you have this mask on for so long. You can start to believe in the, I don't want to say lies, the mistruths that you tell yourself. So just be aware of that and build that stability within yourself. Build your foundation with, like, in work, whatever this might be. Build your foundation so that way you have space if you're thinking about a million things, and then also aren't coming in touch with your emotions. It's gonna fog, it's gonna cloud everything else. It's full circle. It's gonna cloud everything else, and that's gonna be even more confusing. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 aminal cards here. What does Aquarius need to know? Any messages? Last messages for Aquarius in love? Any last messages? Watch your words. Last messages for Aquarius. Know your worth. Queen of Wands, baby. She knows her worth. She knows she don't need a man. I'm saying that because it's a girl on the card. She knows she don't need a man. We got 54 here and 45. If you've been seeing a lot of 9s, pay attention. Look it up on Google. Google it every single time until you memorize it, or until, you know, it hits a nerve and where you're like, oh my God. And it's like a huge realization. You'll just feel amazing about it. Yeah, if you've been seeing 999, license plates, receipts, that may be an important message. All right. Skunk spirit, know your worth, watch your words. Like I said, someone may have said something to you that you've been kind of dealing with, and that person needs to watch their words, especially when it comes to you. Like vice versa, this energy is interchangeable, so if it's reversed, do use your discernment to do so. Watch your words. Also, watch the words you tell yourself. Like I said, you can eventually believe in the lies or the mistruths you tell yourself to kind of move you out of a negative in your head. You think you're moving out of a negative, but how do you feel, right? How do you actually feel? Yeah, so watch the words you tell yourself and watch how you present yourself when it comes to your authenticity. Watch how you present yourself versus your authentic self, and use that to kind of balance yourself out to make you feel whole within yourself once again. Because like I said, if you have a mask on, it starts to stay on when you're at home and stuff like that. So it's important to make sure you watch the words you tell yourself and know your worth. Know that regardless of what anybody says, the only person you live with every day, the only person you love every day, always is going to be you. So Aquarius, I hope this was good for you, and I will see you next time.